What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is the 10th of March, early in the morning here, Friday. We are looking at the XRP / US dollar Bitstamp data. We'll take a quick look over at Bitcoin, share some of my thoughts on the market. Yesterday was a wild day across the board, both in the stock market and in the cryptocurrency market. Hopefully, you didn't get wrecked yesterday and your trading size or your investment size is the risk is correct. It gets wild, and if you've been around the cryptocurrency market for a while, you know that. So let's jump into the charts, guys. Take a look at XRP. Held up quite well so far. Not getting wrecked or crushed as much as something like XLM or Flare, but we'll see what the days ahead bring here. All right, guys, let's take a look here. We're on a daily chart, tradingview.com. Bitstamp is the data. So as we zoom in here on this XRP / USD chart, we could see we had a confirmed breakout on, what was the date here? Wednesday the 8th. We did find resistance at the top of the day at 39, one of our levels right here. And then everything broke loose on Thursday and XRP moved back in that pennant pattern. We've seen this take place before. Not surprised to see it. The volatility in XRP can be and is unbelievable. So basically unfazed by that. And a lot of long-term XRP holders are unfazed by the moves. And we're back in the pennant pattern. Yesterday was a 4.55% day in the red, finding support at 36,953. Excuse me, was this red level here. That is basically resistance today as we trade down below that into the 36.6 range. There's a chance that XRP, guys, heads all the way back down to... So it kind of depends on when this takes place, right? Because the price will change slightly. So if it traded down there today, that would roughly be like a 35-cent XRP. And what I mean down to there is the bottom... the lower end, the support area of this pennant pattern. So it'd be this white line here running up on an angle. Just like it found resistance at the top end, we would look for support at the bottom end. We have seen this break below, look like on the 2nd of January. We hit a low of 30 and a high of 35,504. So we can get out of this pattern just like to the upside. So hindsight 2020, XRP apparently is not ready to break out of this pennant pattern yet. It tried. We had a confirmed breakout, but they pushed the market back down in a pretty strong way back into that pattern and failed breakout. So now we wait for more time to go on. And we've talked about this in the past that there's more time left in this pattern. So we have, in theory, you could call it another 21 to 23 days, 21 to 23 days left before we get into the apex here, basically, of this pennant pattern. And we could see we're dropping here down 1.6%. So there could be another 20 plus days left before this thing is ready to break out. That is just what the pennant pattern is telling us. We have seen... Let's see here. We have one day anyways, I see two actually, where the price, these weren't closes, although it was over there. We have this candle wick right here outside of the pattern. And then we also have these couple days over here where we broke out of the pattern, got pushed back down, and the base continues on. So if we get back to our recent area here, so if they crush the markets again today, guys, there's a good chance that XRP heads back down to the lower end of that range, and that's basically right around 35 cents. So another 1 cent or so move to the downside. If we take a look down at the bottom of the screen, RSI is not very oversold. So there's plenty of room for this stock to go down, or this cryptocurrency to go down lower. Let's take a quick look at Bitcoin, guys. Guys, welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of these subs. Thank you very much. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. Let's look at Bitcoin. We put out a Bitcoin short yesterday morning, and a couple days back, talking about the issue with Bitcoin getting crushed to the downside. Unlike XRP, Bitcoin is getting extremely oversold. Doesn't mean it's not going to go lower, but the RSI down here is very oversold. We are currently sitting at a 26. So we have seen this go as low as, there's a 24. Let's see if we can get some other super low readings here. Here is a 20. So as you can see, we're getting into the lower end of the range. And if we hit our lower target, so we have a lower target closest to the market right now would be 19,333 cents right here, this blue line, potential support for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin headed down there, there's a good chance RSI would get down into that low 20 reading, currently at a 26. So maybe we'll see a 20 or 24 for Bitcoin if it heads down to that 19,333. Bitcoin has entered and has been for a couple days now into at least a short-term bearish trend. Bearish trend means to the downside. Bullish trend means to the upside. So we are obviously, but like I said, it's been, once we broke 22,500, things were getting a little dicey for Bitcoin. And we talked about this, that a wedge up like this was not looking good for Bitcoin. And that's exactly what is playing out. 19,333.85 potential support for Bitcoin. Back to XRP, why you have clicked on this video. So if Bitcoin does continue lower to that 19.3 level, like I said, a 35-cent XRP is possible. Ideally, we want to see this thing stay within this pattern and break out to the upside. Shakeouts along the ways is possible. Like I said, we had the big candle wick here. So far, we had a decent shakeout on the 8th of March and as well on the 20th, where we get the breakouts out of the pattern and then it pulls back in. I want to show you guys a chart of Flare real quick. If you're an XRP investor, XRP holder, you probably have Flare, or at least you know what Flare is or have looked at it. Here is a pennant pattern on a much smaller time frame than, time frame than XRP. XRP is very, very long, over multiple years. This is not very long at all, dating back to the 10th of January. So it is just this year alone, 2023. We had a solid breakout, a weak close, but a good attempt on the 21st of February for Flare to break out to the upside. And then what did the market do? Completely reversed, back independent, and went down to the downside. So where am I going with this? Do I think XRP will do something like this? Not necessarily, but I would expect and you could expect some extreme volatility to take place with XRP. Now, I know a lot of people are looking for a massive breakout to the upside, and I do think that'll take place, but we could see some false breakouts either to the downside, some breakdowns, or breakouts to the upside, and maybe just, some crazy whipsawing, some volatility once we get closer to the apex of this pennant pattern. So that is my thoughts on Flare. I wanted to show you this chart because, we were expecting a breakout to the upside from this pennant, and we got it, and it was reversed off our 49.10 back into the pattern, and then actually went complete 180 to the downside. And we put in a new low, and maybe that'll be the low for Flare. RSI very oversold. So anyways, let's take a quick look at XRP once again. And you can see here is a, it's different, but it's a pennant pattern on a much larger scale. And with Flare, we saw that initial breakout and it got reversed and headed to the downside. There is, and I have much higher and much lower targets for XRP, up into the $6 to $11 range and higher, and then way, way lower down into the, let's see here, what are some of my lower targets? A 1 cent XRP. So anything's possible in this market. It depends what they want to do and how they want to control these markets. At least in the short term. I think in the long term, XRP will do extremely well. It has, if you look back in the early XRP trading days. If you were buying back in then, you were up very, very nicely. In the short term, though, it's tough calls. Expect extreme volatility. Anything's possible. We could break down below this pennant pattern and find support at any one of these levels I have here on the chart. We could break out to the upside and find resistance at any one of these levels up on the chart. Very short term, 47 and 50 cent targets up here in the circle, but we need to break out to the upside. It doesn't look like XRP has decoupled from Bitcoin quite yet. We saw it for a day or two. That was it. They pushed the sell button and are holding the XRP price back down. So right now, Bitcoin doesn't do well. I don't see a reason why XRP should do well. I think it will follow suit. So guys, hang in there. Things are wild. As Mr. Buffett says, bring a little bit of the stock market over into the cryptocurrency market. When investors are fearful, there is lots of opportunity. And the opposite of that, when everybody is saying, XRP, for example, will never stop going up. We're buying more, we're buying more, we're buying more. And the charts are looking like a vertical line to the upside. Maybe, just maybe, not a bad place to lock in profits. Just like when investors say, XRP is going to zero, the markets are crashing, all of this fear, basically, not always a bad place to start buying some more, for example, XRP or whatever stock it is you're thinking about. Something you could think about in the back of your head when there's massive fear on the news and stuff like that, that sometimes being the contrarian is the move to go. Keep your head out of the news and back to some of those classic investors who are still with us today, Munger and Buffett, and kind of do what they do. Is they are buying when there is blood in the streets, and they are taking profits when something like Dogecoin is at 75 cents or something 74 cents, and it's on whatever late night show it was with Elon Musk, and everybody's buying. Got to take a step back and realistically look at this. Those guys are selling into that, and vice versa. They're selling into that hype, and they're buying into that fear. So XRP, guys, expect some volatility. Could get wild here. We have another 21 to 23 days before we get to the end of this pattern, so it might actually play out that whole way unless markets can stabilize. But so far, XRP has showed us that it's not ready to hold a solid breakout of this pattern. If you've been around for a while, when XRP moves, it moves in such big percentages, and the candles are huge, that it's basically unbelievable to see. So we'll see if we get that in the future, whether it's to the upside or to the downside. Time will tell. Let me know your thoughts on XRP down in the comments, guys. Welcome to the channel. Appreciate all of the viewers. Have a great Friday. We'll be back throughout the day with some shorts and some videos. Hopefully today is a little bit more stable than yesterday. It is Friday. Maybe we get a little bit of a relief rally in the markets and in the cryptocurrency markets. Have a great day, guys. Take care.